yours to keep. Now that I give to you all of me.
He is a master of being able to use his falsetto with his full mix in one line, switching between the two. It's amazing.
Not up tears in the eyes that I won't cry for you. Oh no.
And he's almost more delicate than Justin was. Even though Justin had a very, very soft, breathy vocal, Jungkook's kind of taking it one notch further.
Run, run, lost boy, they say to me.
Alright, so we're going to put up Justin Bieber and Jungkook's versions of To You and compare and contrast the two.
No many tears in my eyes that I won't cry for you.
Alright, so just right off the bat, in Justin Bieber's version, he comes right out of the gate singing. There's no melodic introduction to the song. It's just straight up his vocal starting off the song. So he doesn't do it with that kind of connected sound. So a lot of breath running through. No limit in the sky that I won't fly for you. So it's got a lot of that breath running through it.
I want you to share that air with me. There's no promise that I won't keep.
Now here he really uses a lot of falsetto interspersed with a mix as he's going.
Crime. Let's take both of our souls.
Yeah, and so he's starting here to add a lot more airflow into his mix, but still interspersing it with a little bit of connection, a little bit of that chord closure. And then you're going to hear a little bit of a cry underneath some of those sounds.
Comes to you. Comes to you.
Yeah, beautiful. Now he's going into his full voice as he does this, and we've got the drop here.
Want you to share that.
And he throws in a line just interspersed between the drop portion of the song.
Wet yourself on it. Ooh.
I really love that run up where he goes up into full falsetto. It sounds so good. Now he's digging in a little more into his voice, but still adding a little bit of that breathy element. It kind of gives it that ethereal type of feeling to the song. And Justin Bieber's great at doing that.
Open up your mind, clear your head, ain't gotta wake up to an empty bed.
And so all that was straight, like very strong cry underneath it. You can hear it. Open up your mind, right? So he's got a little mind. It's got a little bit of a cry underneath it. That kind of shows that his vocal cords are connected. If it was open up your mind, right? That wouldn't have the same cry and chord closure. So that cry that you hear is synonymous with chord closure.
It's yours to keep, now that I give to you all of me.
He is a master of being able to use his falsetto with his full mix in one line, switching between the two. It's amazing.
When it comes to you, there's no crime.
Okay, so nice and easy for this part.
And intertwine when it comes to
Okay, now he's still building it up without going heavy into his voice, so he's still staying light.
don't be blind.
Still breathy.
Watch me speak from my heart when it
Now much more chord closure. Love that drop.
wants you to share that.
And I love how the want you to share that kind of like emphasizes the beat in a very syncopated way. I love that.
When it comes to you, there's
Coming into the pre again, but this is actually going to be his outro, which is very cool. So pre-chorus, turning it into an outro.
when it comes to you.
So here, instead of adding in the clap, that would build it up to the drop. Here, because there's not going to be a drop, he adds in some really nice harmonies that serve to emphasize this part in a totally different way, which is very cool.
Comes to you.
And ends with that vocal. Amazing. So first off, the big difference that stands out here is there's a melody that's leading us into it. It's not a straight vocal that is jumping into the song. We have a beautiful piano piece that's bringing us into the song. Also, noting that there's piano. There was no piano in Justin's version. So really recreating the song.
No lemon in the sky that I won't fly for you.
Okay, so slowing down instead of no limit in the sky that I won't fly for you. Right, so instead of that slightly faster pace, he's got it at a much slower pace that he's running through the song with. This also takes it out of EDM. So now he's no longer making an EDM song. This is going to be much more of an acoustic sounding, just based on what I'm hearing, acoustic version of the song. Now, there was a platform that I was recently introduced to called Skillshare. That is a course marketplace where people put out their courses on all different types of topics. I recently put up a course on Skillshare that you guys can go check out. It's called Stop Being Tone Deaf. There's also tons of other courses up there that will help you get a better home studio. Young Guru, who has produced for Jay-Z and other hip-hop artists, has a number of courses up there that teach you all about audio engineering and setting up your home studio as well. Now, the great thing about Skillshare is that you don't have to pay per course. You pay a monthly fee and you have access to every single course on their platform. And as the platform becomes more popular, there's more and more courses being put out all the time. So if this sounds interesting to you, click the link down below. It gives you 2 months free subscription to Skillshare, where you can access all their premium content for free.
Not of tears in the eyes that I won't cry for you. Oh no.
And he's almost more delicate than Justin was. Even though Justin had a very, very soft, breathy vocal, Jungkook's kind of taking it one notch further.
With every breath that I take, I want you to share that out with me.
You can still hear again using a lot of that breath flow, whereas Justin was going into his full voice at this point.
When it comes to you, there's no crime.
And I love how delicate he sings this. It's just so easy. No pressure, no push, no force. So if you were trying to sing this song, focusing on those elements and noticing, am I incorporating that element into my voice? Or is it sounding like, let's take both of our souls, right? Is it sounding squeezed and pushed like that? Let's take both of our souls. Are you finding that kind of ease in that sound? Or are you kind of pushing and forcing it?
Our souls and intertwine when it...
I love how soft he goes and intertwine. He finds that really, really light approach that I'm like struggling to be able to find. It's amazing how light and delicate it sounds, yet like so powerful. If you're interested in learning a little bit more about the voice and digging in deeper and working through a 30-day course, check out this link right above. We've got a course that teaches you how to improve your voice over the next 30 days and get it to a place where you feel confident with your voice. So definitely check that out.
Comes to you, don't be blind.
And so you could hear on Don't, he adds just a little bit more of that cry. And don't be blind. Right, so he's finding a little bit, don't be blind. Adding a little bit more squeeze to that.
Watch me speak from my heart when it...
And not much more closure here.
I want you to share that.
I was wondering what they would do for the drop. I actually kind of liked the piano. I never thought it would be able to fill the shoes of that crazy EDM part, but it's got a very nice, soft, magical feel to it. And it definitely helps with his beautiful humming.
Don't miss out on the love, hurry, get yourself on it.
That part is like such a Bieber part. I think he definitely takes the cake on that high falsetto riff. They added some nice effects to make that sound really good.
Share my life, it's yours to give. Now that I give to you all of me.
I love that. So he's using much more intensity here than he did at the beginning, building up that dynamic. So when you guys are singing songs, focus on building those dynamics, much like you're hearing here. That's key component.
Watch me speak from my heart when it comes to you. Comes to you.
I love that riff that he added in there. That was awesome.
I want you to share that.
And he's just a master of being able to use that breathiness. I feel like, I mean, it might be in the Korean language itself that there's a lot more breath than we use in English altogether, but it seems like basically everybody in BTS has that type of breathy chest voice that Americans really struggle with down pat, like no problem.
When it comes,
I love that soft. So easy, light and easy.
let's take both of our souls and intertwine.
And it almost sounds so delicate. He's approaching it so quietly that it feels like it's just his voice might fall apart at any moment. And that's what leads to the feeling of like vulnerability in the song. It's incredible how he's able to maximize that.
Don't be blind.
Still soft.
We speak from my heart.
Breathy. Keeping it breathy all the way through here.
When it comes to you, comes to you,
Kept it breathy all the way through.
it comes to you.
Awesome. If you guys like this video, please check out this one. You're gonna love it too.